Happy Friday, Patriots. I'm Cooper, and this is the Friday Patriots Sports Update. The first annual Futbolito tournament will take place in the Big Gym on Monday, beginning at 4:30. This is a 5-on-5 co-ed indoor soccer tournament, and anyone can form a team and compete. Teams can have a maximum of 9 players and must register with Mr. Guerra in room 235 by the end of today. There is an entry fee of $3 per play, so get your squad together now and see Mr. Guerra to get on bracket. The varsity football team is back in action tonight as they hope to rebound from a tough start against Orange High School. The Patriots are on the road tonight, but they'll be back at home next Friday for the homecoming matchup against Savannah. We'll have scores and highlights of tonight's game for you next week. Speaking of homecoming, here's Miss Bendel with a special invitation for all of you.
Atown. This is Mrs. Bendel, the athletic director, coming to you from our beautiful stadium where we will be hosting our homecoming game next Friday night against the Fluvanna Flucos. Thursday is homecoming pep rally day, and so I'm coming to you with a little request and a little bit of an opportunity for some of you to pie your favorite admin, student support officer, or teacher in the face. So next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the athletics office will be selling raffle tickets. You can purchase one raffle ticket for $1 or a sleeve of tickets for $5. You will put the tickets in a jar of the person you would like to pie. And then on Wednesday, I will draw 4 names out of that jar. I will draw a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. You will come down to center court at the pep rally, and you'll have the opportunity to pie that person in the face in front of all of the school. So if that sounds like something you would like to do, bring your money down by the athletics office next week. You can stop in during lunch, before or after school if the office is open, and during passing periods. Please do not come down during your class. Please make sure it's during one of the free periods of the day. When we're all done, all the money that is collected will be donated to charity. So come down and support us and support your fellow athletes and have a good time for homecoming. Thank you.
We'll leave you this week with a sport that deserves all the love and never gets enough of it. Here's Atown Today's Samantha Armstrong with an inside look at our own mountain biking team.
The Albemarle mountain biking team kicked off their season on Saturday, and I caught up with a few of the racers to talk about why they chose mountain biking. Why did you want to be on the mountain biking team?
So my dad dragged me to a girls riding it together ride in 7th grade, and that, I totally fell in love with mountain biking then. And then in 9th grade, I joined the Albemarle mountain bike team after being on the Charlottesville Racing Club for a little while, and the community was just amazing, and I fell in love with everybody. And then it's been awesome to see people growing throughout the years as we all ride together.
So I started mountain biking in 2nd grade. I wasn't really interested in traditional sports like baseball, which I played before mountain biking. I just didn't really enjoy it. So I started mountain biking, liked it a lot more, and then started racing in either 2nd or 3rd grade, and then just joined the Albemarle mountain bike team because it was the next step after I finished middle school.
So it kind of started during quarantine. My dad and I were kind of bored a few weeks in, and we had bikes, so we went out to these trails behind our house and we started riding, and then I guess probably 2 years later, I was a freshman and I was like, well, this is probably the most sort of athletic extracurricular thing that I'm doing, so I'll join the team and try and make something of it. So yeah.
So it can get really tough mentally sometimes, especially when the crashes happen, and then you can feel a little bit more unstable or unconfident when you're on the bike. But it's really important to just kind of get back up and make sure that you just focus on improvement and don't get caught up in what's hard about it.
mentality-wise, it's just like a lot of things can go wrong, and you have to be okay with that.
What's the daily routine of being a mountain biker?
For me, honestly, it starts with going to bed the night before. Sleep is like so big when you're putting out that much energy, especially on race days. And then I usually try and eat like pretty nutritiously throughout the day, and then also drink like a whole lot of water, especially in this like early season when it's really warm.
On a practice day, I wake up in the morning, go do my school, and then before practice, I'll eat a good snack, nothing too big. I've done that before, and it doesn't feel good when you ride. I go to practice, have a good practice ride for about an hour and a half during the practice, and then hang out with some friends afterwards in the parking lot, and then head home, get my homework done, and then head to bed.
Mountain biking is an individual sport. How do you make that a team sport?
So while we do ride individually, there's a big team component to it, especially during practices, if not as much during races. During practices, we all group together in our different groups based on speed, and we all try and make sure that everybody's riding together and that we're learning together, and we all rely on each other. And then in races, we make sure that we're all cheering each other on and giving that positive support to everybody so that nobody feels like they're alone.
Cheer each other on. You have team practices where we'll work on skills as a team, and more skilled riders help riders that are developing certain skills get better.
You should do it, because honestly, like, you don't need a ton of like pre-existing experience to join this team. Like, we have people who come in and they've, you know, barely ridden a bike before, and by, you know, the end of a season or two, they're already like racing and they're doing like pretty well. So like I see improvement a lot. I see it consistently. So if you're considering joining and you have a bike, or, you know, might not even be like the most technical, I guess, mountain bike, like if you have a bike and you can ride on trails, like, why not join, right? Because it's a great community of people. It's just really nice to sort of be in that community.
I'm Samantha Armstrong, and this is Atown Today Sports.
That's all for now. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday on Atown Today.